Okay, another little job which needs doing, and this has been ongoing for a while, giving it quite a bit of thought. So this is the runner for the genoa pulley, and it goes along here. So when I was first giving the boat a clean, I was giving a scrub behind this runner on here, and then when I went inside I noticed that there was, I think it was over here, there was some drips through the bolt holes. So you do get leaks on boat hulls, because if you look, pretty much everything that you can see that's fixed to the top of the boat generally goes through the boat, and like that, and is bolted on the inside. And certainly the shrouds which are holding the mast up, so there's three there, three on the other side, they have a lot of tension on them, a lot of tension, as in the whole force of sailing the boat. So all this sail pushing sideways on the mast is pulling on those three shrouds, so a lot of tension in those, and over time they can come a little bit loose and you can get leakage. These, although there's quite a reasonable amount of tension on this bar, not a massive amount given its size and given how many bolts there are. I think the only reason that they've put this many flipping bolts in this strip is because of how many holes are in the strip, because I'm assuming that this is pre-made aluminium strip which they just cut to length. I had a bit of a problem with this because, as you can see on here, there's not a lot of room either side of that bolt hole for any sealant in some areas, and so I was thinking, it's all right taking this off, but how am I going to get it to seal? And there's little point putting sealant along here. The stuff that was on here, there's remnants of it here, and it's gone, it's quite hard stuff. That's been on a lot of years, but yeah, there is remnants of it on there, and it's it might be the same stuff as what I'm putting on, I don't know. But anyway, my engineering solution is that I'm going to slightly counterbore the hole, and I got these O-rings which are 6mm, 10mm, so 2mm O-rings, and then the O-ring will sit in the chamfer, the countersink, and I'm also going to use a bit of sealant around it. And my theory is that they will push up against the bottom of this, which is not flat by the way, and hopefully seal the hole. So what I'm going to do now is chamfer those holes. So we've got holes chamfered, screws in, O-rings on, a little bit of sealant, so now it's just a case of working our way along. I remember this side was quite tight. Where are they going in? So then inside, all the screws sticking through, so it's just a case of putting the nuts on the bottom. And then they've also got these domed nuts, because it's an interior, just so you don't, it's like these up here, just so you don't hurt your head or whatever, or grab your arm. However, this one on here is a short one, so that probably wants swapping for one over there. Next little job is the plug and socket for the Simrad for the autopilot. I got this, and I do believe it's come from America, would you believe? It seems it's good quality, it's labelled up 1 and 2, and this is the plug, which is quite big really, but it's IP67. So I've drilled a hole down there. I'm going to put it there because when it's being used there's no chance of somebody sitting there, and then when it's not in use, literally there's a rubber cover on it, literally it'll just be there like that with the rubber cover on, so it didn't stick out too much. Screws that come with it are no way long enough, so I'm going to find some longer screws. So the cable I've got is actually 4mm, which is probably a bit of an overkill for an autopilot because it don't take much. But one of the things you've got to be careful of with DC systems is voltage drop, really. That's your biggest enemy. So, which is number 1? So number 1, we'll put the live. This socket will take quite a big wire in actually. Probably get 10mm in there. Yeah, that's got it. There we go. I've put a little bit of mastic on there, but this is really relying on the rubber. I've pre-screwed my screws in. In. This is the wrong size screwdriver. So we'll finish off with this. There we go. Just wipe the excess off. And there we go. That'll be pretty waterproof. And so, basically, that will only go on one way, and you literally push it. So line it up, push it, and it snaps home. It's a bit sticking out, which I'm not 100% happy with. Okay, so there we go. So that's the plug on. I'm not 100% happy with the wires in the terminals, so I'm probably going to bring some bootlace crimps and I'll redo those. But basically, just literally push it on, and it's that's clamped on, and it's IP67. And so autopilot's there, that's all good. And then to take it off, just literally unplug that, lift that off there to put your autopilot away. Not forgetting to put the rubber bung on. So what I'm going to do now is got some little cable stickers, and we'll route that cable. So I bought some red LED lamps, and I thought I would put them in this central cabin light, with the idea being that if I ever did go offshore, this one could be in red for nighttime sort of thing. Whether or not that'll be this year, I don't know, but I thought I'd prepare it. So I put these lamps in. I could not get them to come on. All these others I've converted to LED, including that, and I've just found out these are polarity conscious, and I've just put my meter on there and the polarity is the wrong way around. Always has been. Probably the rest of them are as well. I think the UK are probably the only country that is so particular about polarity.